Hi guys, it's Carly, and today I'm going to be filming my monthly TBR for August, which is fairly ambitious considering how my July is going right now. So we'll see how this goes. But some of these books, like I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. 4 of the books on this TBR are books I've already started and are like pretty much halfway through. Anywhere from like 30% to like 70% through, so they shouldn't take too long to finish, and I'm only including them in this TBR because they're not done, and I know I'm not going to finish them before the end of the month. But yeah, that's kind of the lowdown, so we'll get into my TBR. Okay, so my TBR. So starting with the books that I have either digitally or through audio. Anyway, so right now I'm listening to From Blood and Ash. I'm about 40% through it, so hopefully I can finish that one, but I'm kind of off and on about it. But that's like my first goal is to finish that one. Second goal is to finish These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I have that book both digitally and audibly, so I'm hoping between the two of those I can also finish it. Oh, bless you. My kitty just sneezed. So I'm hoping between both the ebook and the audiobook I can kind of, finish it, hopefully. But we'll also see. That's also one that I'm hoping to finish. So the next book I have physically, and that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. So I'm on page, this book I'm almost done. I'm on page 285, and there's how many pages? About 450 pages. So I'm 200-ish pages away from finishing this book. So I am going to try and finish this book. I should be close. The only reason I'm not trying to finish it for this month is because I know I'm not going to read it over the weekend, so I'll just kind of lump it into my, not even to be read, just to be finished. Please, dear God, Carly, finally finish this book. And the next book that I'm going to try and finish is Wanted by Sarah Shepard. So this is the 8th book in the Pretty Little Liars series. And again, I'm I don't know if you can tell, I'm halfway through it. So, and this book is also very short. This book is under 250 pages. So if I just sit down, I should be able to read the next 100 pages fairly quickly. Normally for the Pretty Little Liars books for me, they're already a day and a half type read. None of them are overly long. All of them are very fast paced. So I'm hoping to finish this one as well and move on. I want to finish all these books so I can move on. That's where I've been all of July. And that's why you're also not going to get a read and wrap up from me this month, because it's embarrassing how many books I started and didn't finish. So we're going to pretend I just did no reading in July, because the reality is I did a lot of reading, but it was a bunch of starting and stopping and starting and stopping and never finishing a book. So we're just moving on from that. So the rest of these books are actually just series. I'm in the middle of an unbelievable amount of series right now. That's all I like to read. So yeah, we have a lot of series that are on my TBR this month, and I'm hoping to finish them. This might seem, so I already have 4 books that I started and need to finish, which I think should be fairly quick, and then I have 2, 4, 5 other books, and the reason I was I think I can read or at least start all of these books is because I have a week off. So hopefully during my week off I can do a ton of reading. If I didn't have that week off, I would not include all these books. The first actual new book that I haven't started yet on my TBR is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. This is the second book in An Ember in the Ashes series. So I'm hoping, this is the goal, I'm hoping as soon as I finish this book, I will immediately pick up this book. And I think because I won't be rereading any of this and they'll be in the middle of conflict. Hopefully this book should go quicker, and I'm excited. I like the characters, like Elias. I'm team Elias, hardcore. I love Elias. So I'm very excited to read this one. And also like Helene, I kind of actually like her right now. So I enjoy reading about Helene, and I saw that she does have a POV in this book. So I'm excited about that too. But yes, this is the first book we're hoping to read. The second book I'm hoping to read, or at least start, because it is a fairly long book, so at least start it, is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the ACOTAR series, so A Court of Thorns and Roses. And ACOTAR is actually a book I finished this month. Shocking, I know. And my cousin like loves these books. She's a big SJM fan, and I kind of was like begrudgingly, like I did not want to pick up this book because I went onto forums and spoiled what happens to the characters in like 5 books later. So I was kind of putting this off because I don't want to see the Tamlin downfall. And also, this book is very long, so I think I was putting it off because it's intimidating. But I feel like I have to read this book while I'm engrossed in the world. Otherwise, I'll just be like, I'm not reading 600 pages. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to finish this book this month, but at least start it is my goal. And I'm excited to read it. I've heard this is everyone's favorite. So the next book on my list is Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. So this is the second book in the Vampire Academy series. I'm hoping to get back into the Vampire Academy series because I do want to reread Bloodlines, and Bloodlines is just one of my favorite series in general. And I would like more background on some characters in those books. So I was like, okay, well, I'll read Vampire Academy, but I struggled through the first one. I really did, but I think it's because I also watched that crappy movie, so every time I read a scene, I was picturing the actors from the movie doing it, and it was driving me insane and making it very hard to get through. But Frostbite is not a movie, so hopefully I'll have no issues reading it and like thinking about the movie, because I never want to think about that Vampire Academy movie ever again, like truly. That movie was so bad. That movie is the one reason I waited so long to read these books. And I probably would have never read Bloodlines if I knew it was associated with that world from that movie, but I read Bloodlines, so I guess now I'll read the rest. So yeah, I'm hoping to get through this one. It's shorter. It's one of the shorter books. I have like 300-ish pages. So I'm hoping I can really get into it and finish it quickly. The next book is another series. So I'm hoping once I finish Wanted, I can go right to Twisted, because Twisted is the second book, or no, Twisted is the 9th book in the Pretty Little Liars series. So I'm hoping I can pick this book up right after I finish Wanted, and then hopefully I'll just be like in the zone, you know? I'll be just reading. And this book, again, under 300 pages, so I think it'll be one of those where I sit down one day and read and get done like 75% of the book. I'm hoping. So, and honestly, like Pretty Little Liars books, I could put them down for a while, and then the second I pick them up again, I'm like really in it, because they're addicting. They're really, really addicting. So yeah, I am excited to read this one, because this one will be happening after like a pretty significant plot point happens in Wanted, which I don't want to spoil it because I'm like halfway through a really long series, so I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, it happens after this huge event happens. I'm not going to tell you what the huge event is. But I am very excited to read this book, so hopefully I get to it. And to be clear, I don't think I'm finishing all these books. There might be some books on here that I don't even touch, and you'll watch a TBR video a couple months from now and be like, I thought that was in your August TBR. I'll be like, yeah, I didn't read it. I just chose a bunch of books. And then, like, there are some books that I picked that I might not read, and I choose to read something else because I very much am a mood reader, which is why you're seeing, like, a lot of direct sequels in this TBR, because I'm a mood reader, and if I'm already in the mood for the books I'm reading, I'll be in the mood for the books after those, if that makes any sense. But the final book on my TBR for this month is China Rich Girlfriend by Kevin Kwan. Literally, people with first and last names that start with the same letter, I can never say their names right the first time, but it's by Kevin Kwan, and this is the second book in Crazy Rich Asians, that series. So I read Crazy Rich Asians a couple of months ago. I think I read it in May, and I didn't start the next book in the series strictly because I didn't have it, but I did just get this book in a package that I ordered, so I actually have the third one in the series now, so I can breeze through this series hopefully. But this is the second book in a Crazy Rich Asians series, and I am very excited to read this. I'm hoping for more Astrid and Michael stuff, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm in general, I'm excited about it. I only have a couple like more contemporary books. The rest are very fantasy heavy, so because of that I might not get through all these books, because fantasy, while it is my favorite genre, it takes me a while to read. But I'm hoping I can just breeze through these books and get out of this reading slump. I've been in a reading slump pretty much since like March, and I have been struggling to finish books, but I'm hoping my week off and all of these books that I finish hopefully will motivate me to keep reading. Hopefully. But yeah, that's my TBR for the month of August. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope I will enjoy these books because I am very nervous about A Court of Mist and Fury. Not because it isn't good. I've heard from people that it's good. It's just like the direction the characters take, I'm unsure of. But we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!